Hey guys, Kayak DIY here, and in this episode I'm going to show you guys how you can protect your kayaks from theft. One of the big things is, for one, keeping them out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind. Number two, making it difficult for them to be able to take the kayak, such as cabling the kayak to an immovable surface or object. Number three, scaring the crap out of a thief. If you can, draw attention to what they're doing, they're gonna likely be spooked. That's where this idea comes from. So we're gonna take a look at it now. So right here is a look at how you can scare the crap out of any kayak thief. So basically, I have like a kayak rack in the backyard, and I'm always concerned that some thief is gonna come and grab my kayak off the rack. So what I did is I ended up taking one of these. This here is a trip alarm. I believe it actually comes from a military surplus type deal. It might even be, I don't know, I could be wrong, it might even be for like a grenade, I don't know. But these aren't regulated, these aren't. It seems like they're readily available online. And I'll have links to all these and more in my video description below. So below this video, you'll be able to find these and a bunch of other items that I recommend for anti-theft. So what I have here is I have an example of a set alarm. Now you might be looking at this and being like, well, how much noise can that make? These are shotgun primers, and what I can tell you is I set one of these off in my house just testing it, and I thought the cops were going to be coming because I thought the neighbors would be calling saying they heard a gunshot. It is loud. I mean, these shotgun primers are for igniting shotgun shells. It was like $6 for this big pack of primers. But long story short, how I mount this is, you see that hole right there? I took a big long paneling nail and I ended up just basically securing it to my wooden rack that way. I just put a paneling nail through there and pounded it in, and it secured the trip alarm to the rack. Then I took some braided fishing line and I tied it to the ring, and then I tied that ring and fishing line to the kayak. And so when a thief would come to pull the kayak off the rack, if they didn't remove the string first, they would end up setting off the trip alarm, and everyone within a block or two radius would for sure hear it. And thieves don't like attention drawn to them, so they're likely to scatter. Also, it sounds like a gunshot, so they probably would think that someone was shooting at them. There's a couple variations here. You can see ones with short pieces, long pieces. That's kind of just the way they come. There are some that I found that had these attachments on them, which allow you to put them in the ground. This is an example of one that's tripped. To reset it, you just pry up the striking pin. You pry that up and you hold it down, and then you put a pin through right there. Put a pin through that top one right there, and then you're pretty much set. And then you just put a primer in and you're good to go. Here's an example of one that's pried back and has a pin through it. I prefer, though, these bigger pins over these little pins. I don't know, that's just me. But that's kind of it. It's pretty simple in design. What I love about it is you don't have to depend on a battery, so this works great in off-grid areas. You can even have it set up with a few of these if you're going camping in the wilderness and maybe you're afraid of bears or other things, or intruders. You can set these up at your campsite area to spook whoever might be coming in on your campsite at night. Yeah, pretty useful, and definitely check them out. So below this video, in the video description, you'll have links to all this stuff and also other items that I recommend for anti-theft reasons. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you liked this suggestion. If you did, please give me a thumbs up